Alright, so today we're going to be doing a challenge run. Normally I run this game in a very specific way. I spend the first 2 weeks just fishing and then pretty much the rest of it in the Skull Caverns with Spicy Eel running around trying to harvest iridium. But today we're going to start a vegan pacifist run. It's going to be a bit of a change, to say the least. No fishing, no meat items, so no food with meat in it, like spicy eel or lucky lunch or any of the good stuff, so. I guess we could start by going over some of the basic rules for this. The main thing, obviously with the pacifist run, is you can't kill anything. So that includes any enemies no matter what. You don't kill much else in Stardew, but yeah, no killing. No fishing, implies the same thing. No eating meat, like I was saying, so it turns out that's pretty much every food item that's really beneficial. And then you gotta pet your cat every day, take care of the animal. And then no animal raising, so no barn and no coop. Technically, you could probably have cows and pigs, as long as you don't actually milk them. And then pigs, I guess, as long as you don't collect truffles. And there are a few mods I'm using in this, mostly just for aesthetic appeal. I'm using Elle's seasonal buildings, as well as the barn and coop animals, even though I don't really see them. And then Starblue Valley for a recolor. As well as a one called Vegan Bundles, which changes a couple bundles to make them easier to do if you're not wanting animals and things like that. And then I use Skipintro to get into the game quicker, and animation canceling just so I move a little bit faster. You could also use a mod for that called Fast Animations. So my day is going to start off pretty much the same as it always does. The only difference this time around is I got a living hat, which is insane. This is the only time I've ever gotten one after 700 or 800 hours in this game. And it just happened to drop right off the bat, and I didn't even notice it until just now. But it's pretty much perfect for this run, I guess, if I'm going for a crunchy vegan vibe. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a really rare drop chance. I think it's 0.001, which is really low. I should also mention I am using a set game seed for this. It's the same game seed that I had referenced in the last video I put out, which guarantees an ancient seed on day 1. Just to kind of give me a little bit of a heads up, because I'm going to have a lot of money struggles early on, just because I can't fish and do a lot of the early money grind. I'm also going to try and keep these videos relatively short. Chances are it'll be 1 or 2 days at a time, but at a max of maybe 15 minutes. A lot of the time it's just this, where I'm running around foraging things, and not always the most entertaining thing in the world, but some good stuff happens here and there. I think my main strategy is going to be forage, a lot of heavy forage and a lot of planting the spring seeds and things like that. And there's the ancient seed. I knew it was going to be there, so it's not as exciting, but it does give me a bit of an edge early on. I had to restart this file probably 6 times to guarantee that ancient seed, as well as a couple spring onions. Spring onions are random no matter what, so even if you have a set seed, they'll be different. Sometimes you get 0, sometimes you can get up to 23, I think. I'm gonna go my classic route of meeting everybody in town. It'll give me that extra 100 gold off the bat once I give Willie a gift tomorrow. I went a little different of a route than usual, and it actually worked out quite a bit better. I was able to get a lot of the greetings done a little faster. And then I also ran into this issue, like right off the bat, where is it technically vegan to pick up oysters and stuff? I guess my mentality is they're probably like dead, right? So why not? As long as I don't eat them, I just sell them. So I don't know. I guess you could let me know what you think about that, but I didn't grab them today. And then I also got an artifact in addition to the ancient seed, so I'm gonna go turn that in. Gives me a little extra gold again. I think I'll probably just buy a lot of seeds this time around instead of saving up. Obviously I don't need the fishing rod, so I don't have to save the money for that. And free trash bread. Trash bread I think is guaranteed with this seed, but I'm not entirely sure how that works. And then I think that trash soda is guaranteed too. But yeah, it's just your typical first day. I'm just mostly curious what people think about this kind of run, if people are interested in watching this sort of challenge. I know a lot of folks will do like 20 million year one and things like that, but I figure this is a little heavier of a limitation, so I probably won't go for a huge goal, and it'll mostly just be farming and foraging. Skull Caverns I think will be challenging to say the least. Just because I can't use Lucky Lunch, I can't use Spicy Eel, I can't use Crab Cakes, which are all the main things I use in there. I guess coffee's still in question, which is nice. But other than that, it's going to be a slow-going process. So yeah, I decided to pick up a bunch of seeds. I got nothing else to do, I guess, with like the next couple days. I can't fish, and that's like it's weird because this game's supposed to be chill and casual, but normally my first week is like intensely focused on fishing, and now I can't do it. So I'm trying to figure out like what my direction should be, or what do people normally do aside from fishing until you pass out. And I just don't know. And then I probably will go a little bit more of an aesthetic route for my farm, try to make it look decent along the way. Normally I kind of do it to the most utilitarian methods possible. But if I have a little extra time in this run, I might as well make it look pretty. And I suppose the other focus of this series is to be pretty relaxed. I always like to watch Stardew Valley in the background when I play Stardew Valley. I don't know why. It kind of seems like a game that lends itself to that because you can just zone out a little bit and kind of do your own thing. So that's kind of the direction I like to go with these. Like throw on some chill music, kind of keep the excitement to a minimum and just let it be chill, And I am worried, oh man, I usually don't like planting an ancient seed this early on. Just because crows will get it, or I'll forget to water it. But mostly the crows. If a crow gets that, I'll be really bummed out. I don't know, I guess I would probably restart. I don't know if I would. It's just kind of the way it goes. Because I know crows will start spawning after you have 20 or more plants or crops. So in this case, I already have more than 20, so we could get a crow anytime there's, worse luck, I guess. You can get them anytime, but they're more common with the worse luck. And yeah, this seed has such good forage. Like, pretty much everything except for leeks are pretty plentiful, but that seems to always be the case. thought about doing some clay farming, but I'm really bad at it. I don't know if you guys have ever tried clay farming, but it's where you basically like work in a knight pattern, like from chess, all the way up to get clay, because it's a predictable pattern. But I just haven't really figured out the full system. I can do it for maybe like 5 rows, and then it shifts and gets weird and kind of loses me from there. And one last detail I should point out, I do play with the controller, which I know is unpopular, but my hands are funky, so I kind of have to. So you'll see me doing some kind of weird movements, and my menuing will be kind of slow and like that. That's annoying, but if I buy stuff or move large quantities, it's going to take a little while, so be ready for that. I was thinking probably uploading maybe every other day with this series, just to, I did it. There's a sluggishness. I hate when I do that, but it doesn't really matter on the first day. Yeah, so I was going to do every other day, basically, for uploads, and hope that, I don't know, hope the series doesn't get too painful along the way. I didn't really think about how difficult the food aspect would be, but I guess that's the way it goes. I'm not actually a vegan. I should also note that. I probably should be, but I'm not. I like meat and I like cheese, so this is just a fantasy world I'm living in. I'm also not a farmer, so whatever. And yeah, dude, just gonna kind of scythe shit down until I fall asleep. And that's it for day 1. Nothing too wild. Pretty much the same as usual, aside from kind of dreading the future a little bit. Worried that it's going to be difficult, but I'm really psyched about the living hat. That kind of means I'll have to keep this save file for a while. And then you always got to move your furniture. I like to put the TV by the door, even though I'm not really speed running or anything, but it's just easier to check your luck and all that. Well, that's day 1. I think you pretty much always get foraging level 1. And I made a decent chunk of change. It's nothing crazy, 206 gold, but plus the 2 different quests, I had enough for the seeds, so I'm happy with that. I hope you liked the video. If you do like it, feel free to comment, tell me about it, or subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks.